Is this thing on? I'm really sorry, my tooth hurts a lot. Cracked tooth just recently, so anyway. Hey guys, what's up? Ike right over here, and you are watching a video of me with some suggestions to the Pokemon company, to Niantic, the guys behind Pokemon Go. And these are the suggestions that we have regarding everything that's happening with the world, especially in regards with this whole pandemic of the coronavirus. And I know it's a bummer for a lot of Pokemon Go players, because Pokemon Go is to get up and go, and suddenly we have to stay indoors, and the game that we love so much happens to be strongly outdoors to play. That makes sense, right? It's Pokemon Go, go and go, let's go. But we can't do that right now. And number one, these suggestions are so that to encourage people that while they can't go out and do their usual rounds of how they play Pokemon Go, they can still pretty much enjoy the game while in their home. Not for the sake of comfort, but for the sake of helping the community, helping their city, their country, and helping the entire world by making sure that as long as they're at home, they are helping with not spreading the virus around, right? And everyone's safe and happy. And when this virus is gone, then let's go. Let's Pokemon Go. All right? And number two is so that maybe, people don't have to resort to spoofing, because yeah, that's still an ongoing issue, right? Okay, so these are my suggestions. I went over this with my friend. His name is Eric, and I think his username is Trainer to Pids. So anyway, sorry for the 2-minute intro. Here are our suggestions for Niantic, for Pokemon Go, for Pokemon Company. Please listen to us. And I know I'm in my room. It's not the most beautiful room in the world, but it's my room, and it's pretty okay. Okay, here we go. The first one is that Niantic, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Company, please increase the gift opening capacity to 40 or more. You usually do that when you have an event. When you increase the gift opening capacity, you usually set it up to all the way to 40. And the gift carrying capacity to 20 or more. So why am I saying this? Of course, it is not so that we're encouraged to, about the second part, right? We're not encouraged to go out and spin as many Pokemon stops so we can carry a lot of gifts. But there are times that, of course, yes, we are in community quarantine, and yes, we're supposed to stay indoors, but there are people who really need to go out there to buy food, to buy medicine, to buy supplies, and the government has allowed at least one person per household to do that in some cities. I live here in Davao City. So far, that particular rule has yet to be implemented, though we already have the curfew. So imagine this. What if this one person, who's also a Pokemon Go player, and I can imagine if you are the Pokemon Go player in your household, you would probably volunteer to be able to buy the supplies for the household. Then it would be in your best interest as well to spin as many Pokestops as you can while you're on your way to the market, to the pharmacy, or wherever you need to go. And then at the same time, not be limited to 10. That way, when you get home, you can start giving gifts to all of your friends, and they can benefit from all the extra items that we need. And we do know that we need a lot of Pokeballs. We need some berries and Stardust, and yeah, we need the essentials. So being able to carry more gifts and the ability to open more gifts can really help us in this time of need, because most of us are just gonna stay at home. That's our way of contributing to the community as a whole. Second is that if Niantic could please lower the catch rate of Pokemon to save on Pokeballs. So I know some people who were blessed enough for a Lapras to spawn just next to their house. And to be honest, Lapras is not the easiest Pokemon to catch. Even in the Go Battle League, you know, when you're just a free player and you finally reach that 4 wins, and you're so excited to see either a Cobalion or a Rufflet, and then you get a Lapras. Man, that hits you in the chest. But well, you gotta deal with it. You gotta catch a Lapras, otherwise you're not gonna be able to continue playing, right? I'm not sure about that, but you do need to catch it. So maybe you could lower the catch difficulty, not the catch rate, but lower the catch difficulty. Make it easier for us to catch them. That way we won't have to spend too much Pokeballs or berries. So that's something to consider, Niantic. Third, now this is very interesting. So maybe I can save. Yeah, I'll speak this out. So to encourage people to stay indoors, open the momentary ability. It's not a permanent ability. It's just for this time, or it could be permanent. It's up to you guys. Open the ability to nominate your house, okay, where you stay, and turn it into a Pokestop. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Why this would be cool. Oh no, I'm low battery, but it's all good. So, of course, this will help the player to really not have to go out of their homes just to be able to spin a Pokestop, get some supplies or Pokeballs and whatever. They can just stay at home, and they can nominate their house. Well, of course, I know there's the whole privacy issue. Oh, I don't want people to know where my house is. I don't want Google to know where my house is. Google already knows that. But it's totally up to the player if they want to nominate their house. Now, one way to nominate is just so that they don't go ahead and nominate someone else's house, is that they have to take a selfie. Maybe a valid ID. They should upload a picture of their valid ID just to verify that it is them. And then the way they would nominate their house is that not really that they have to just really take a picture of the house, but they have to take a selfie of themselves with their house. See where I'm going here? That proves that they actually live there. That proves that they're an actual person. And yeah, they're willing to turn their house into a Pokestop. Of course, one account will only be able to nominate one house to avoid, too much of it. And at the same time, only players 35 and above can nominate. Now, right now in the game, if you're level 40, go ahead, nominate as many as you can, as long as they're valid, and hope that they get approved, hope they're eligible, and actually show up in Pokemon Go, because not all eligible nominations actually show up in Pokemon Go. Some of them show up in the other games, Ingress and Wizards Unite. But at least for your house sake, for your sake, you can nominate. Now, why 35? Because a lot of people are not level 40 yet. Let's be honest with it. There are a lot of new players. And while we could say that open it up to level 1s and below, then the possibility is that people will actually go around and create multiple accounts just to nominate. Of course, the requirement of a valid ID to be uploaded first to verify their identity. So it's not really going to be one nomination per account, but it's also going to be one nomination per person. So I know that's a tasky thing to do. So this is a suggestion. I don't know if this can be implemented as soon as possible, but it's definitely a good suggestion if you ask me. All right. And then, of course, in terms of the GBL, so a lot of people are bummed out because, oh no, we can't do Rage. Cobalion is out. Shiny Cobalion is out. Lugia with Aeroblast with a shiny potential is also out. But it's a bummer because we're not exactly encouraged to go out. In fact, we're encouraged to stay in. So the other place to go to would be the GBL, right? The Go Battle League. But to be honest, guys, really, I mean, Niantic, please hear us out here. I'm all for making a profit, because why else would you do something so good, right? Turn a profit. But if you could do players a favor right now, lower the win requirement to encounter a Pokemon. At least do that. Come on. Like, from winning four games in the Go Battle League, just to encounter one Pokemon, which, by the way, is randomized by a whole lot of other choices. Like if you're hunting for Cobalion, but you have to go through and run through all of these other choices, which can, for in my case, I got a Lapras. Not really looking forward to that. It wasn't even shiny, but was really hoping for a Cobalion, but didn't happen for me. But at rank 8, man, the competition is tough. And by the way, I'm really glad that it is. I'm not saying that I'm scared to compete. However, it's just too stiff. The competition is really, really hard. So if the free version of the Go Battle League you can drop it down, maybe 3 wins or 2 wins, and then for the premium one, which is, by the way, going to encourage people to actually buy the premium, is at least just win 1, right? So lower it down from winning 4 to winning 3 or 2 for the free, and then for the premium pass, you could lower it down to just win 1 and you'll encounter Pokemon. And that's a win-win situation for me. So hopefully hear us out, guys. And then finally is I'm not sure if this is the proper term for it, but drop rate. Higher drop rate from spinning stops and opening gifts, and that includes the gyms as well. So if you live near a gym, So maybe like naturally from Pokestops you would get like 3 to 4 items. Increase it, bump it up to 10, 7. That would really help. And in terms of gyms, of course, if you already have the gold badge for that gym, then you're definitely gonna get more items, plus the bonus if you have gym control. But that's a totally different thing. But of course, that would still encourage trainers to go out, go after gyms, and even stay prolonged in those gyms if they have to take it down before they can spin it. So think about that. But with stops, if you just increase the drop rates with stops and with gifts, then yeah. So Niantic, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Company, please help us out. Please help the community out by encouraging them to enjoy the same game that we love, but instead we can just stay home, right? I know, I got you. And please don't tell us just buy a Switch, because number 1, not a lot of people can afford a Switch, and number 2, a lot of stores have already closed out, so we can't even buy a Switch even if we had the resources to do it. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Ike. I am a Pokemon Go player here in Davao City. Thank you for listening to our suggestions. Ciao. Bye. Kita kits.